We're following several new developments in the Uvalde mass shooting. School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo is breaking his silence tonight amid the swarm of criticism about how he handled the response. He just gave his first interview to the Texas Tribune, saying, quote, "Not a single responding officer ever hesitated, even for a moment, to put themselves at risk to save the children," end quote. Meantime, a special Texas House committee is examining what happened inside Robb Elementary. They met today behind closed doors, and the head of Texas DPS was there. But their findings so far are not being released. Also tonight, the New York Times reports officers waiting to barge into the classroom knew victims inside were alive and needed help. KENS 5 reporter Matt Houston joins us now to begin our coverage. Matt?
ECC, it appears the Times reporters looked at documents investigators themselves put together. We don't know how they got those files, but they do answer lots of questions. The Times investigation demonstrates law enforcement knew children and teachers needed medical help, but still moved slowly to kill the gunman. They waited first for their own shields, then for keys to the classroom door, all while evacuating students in other rooms. Just 15 minutes after the shooting began, a UCISD police officer reportedly arrived in the school and told other lawmen his wife, teacher Eva Morales, called to say she'd been shot. Agents wouldn't go in for another hour, and the report indicates Morales died in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. Investigators are still trying to determine how many people could have been saved with faster action. 3 children died in nearby hospitals, too.
Secondly, once we do get some information.
It's still not clear when exactly School Police Chief Pete Arredondo became aware victims needed help, but investigators think he told someone he knew there were injured people alive inside, shortly before law enforcement barged in. Active shooter training he recently participated in says responding officers should first stop the killing without regard for their own safety. After the gunman shot the first responders through the door, officers reportedly didn't approach the classroom again for 40 minutes. It's not clear whether responders knew children were calling 911, but the Times reports that most officers there did not have radios that worked inside the building. Chief Arredondo just moments ago told the Texas Tribune he intentionally left his device outside to free up his hands and that he had no way to know about those calls. He also says he didn't think he was in charge that day. You can read that story in which Arredondo defends his response in the KENS 5 app right now. Aces.
Thank you, Matt.